Hey, okay. I really do hope that this is the fucking last time I have to talk about this shit, but. Oh man, there's more updates! Whoa, crazy! Now, obviously, what we have initially brought up here, I tried to be as thorough as I can be when it comes to all this stuff in terms of the all of the events or something, but this is the next thing that I guess, for lack of a better term, caught a bunch of traction in relation to the whole Sykkuno drama shit or whatever, and it's by some individual here named Icelyn Winter. Oh boy. Where she decided to put out her own document after Sykkuno put out his statement apologizing for his actions. It's like a very, very bog standard, like PR optics sort of statement here by Sykkuno kind of a deal. After reading both the private and public apologies, I do not feel reassured. This is part of why I'm choosing to share my experience now. I also believe people can make informed decisions when they have more context, not less. Sykkuno became my friend when I was 17 and he was 28. Nothing inappropriate happened at that time, but that history shaped the trust I had in him later. Intriguing. Why don't we take a look? This document is a personal account of my experience. A lot of our communication occurred over calls, so there is limited written evidence. I've tried to include as much as I can. Readers can use their own judgment. Before people read this and dismiss it as more of the same drama, part of why I am making my experience public now is because both his private and public apologies have left me feeling unsettled. It's fair enough. Because to say that this has been polarizing is a bit of an understatement, right? So, on one camp, we have wannabe predators, people who are just simply put okay with the exploitation of women that's being done by Sykkuno, and the other side who are just like, this is not looking really good, Chief, or people who are just like, man, I knew this guy for like a pretty decent amount of time. It's incredible how he was just able to hide it so much, which should tell you several things. First off, that the normies think exploitation of women is generally speaking bad. So, I guess that's two claps for the normies. Great, fantastic. And that, two, in terms of, it really should underscore, rather, the power that parasociality has as a psychological sort of tool, I would say. Parasociality is incredibly fucking powerful, right? The fact that you have like a bunch of streamers in a collab having a good time, being friendly with one another, does not necessarily mean that they are, say off stream or whatever, as close of friends as you may think, right? And they may not actually know that much or talk that much with each other about a bunch of their like personal lives or their actions as human beings in real life, right? Like, I guess like the point that I'm basically trying to bring up with this is parasociality is an incredibly powerful tool. Very, very powerful psychological tool that a lot of the detractors, generally speaking, just decide to not really engage with whatsoever, or like basically ignore for the express purpose of what exactly? Because they're just kind of okay with a bunch of the predatory actions of people who, generally speaking, do, they're sort of like exploitative, rather sort of, actions upon, smaller content creators. And I do think what Sykkuno did is predatory. I don't really give much of a flying fuck at all. If we are just going off of the definition of predation, right, of being a predator, it is someone who exploits someone who is in a weaker sort of position for their own personal gain, right? Sykkuno just did that. Period. End of story. He is a much bigger content creator, much more prominence, much more wealth, much more fucking fame in the sort of social media arena, or whatever you want to fucking call this sort of shit, in sort of the area of social media in streaming, so much so that he can use that as a way to deflect away a bunch of like accusations by a bunch of these women by saying like, oh, it's all just like them being clout hungry bitches or whatever, blah 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 blah, and use the parasocial relationships that he has with his fans in order to be able to essentially like make accusations or allegations against Sykkuno ultimately just amount to fucking nothing. It's a common fucking thing that happens all the fucking time. Or it used to be more common, and then Me Too kind of changed that dynamic, and I feel like it's gotten better. I think it's gotten better. I want to say it's gotten better, but there's a bit of a backlash to the Me Too movement, mostly from like some of the most annoying motherfuckers on the planet. To me, they have often felt like explanations or excuses that than meaningful accountability. I don't really disagree with what she's saying here, to be honest, because Sykkuno's statement was very, 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 very PR oriented. It was just kind of like, okay, whatever, man. Really, the only thing of like value, I suppose, from that statement is the fact that Mujin and Mal did not talk with the girlfriend at all. In terms of the releasing of the document. Now, I think that's pretty shitty, not considering the feelings of the girlfriend. I can definitely agree that's pretty fucking shitty. However, I've also heard arguments that I am also partial to, right, that I think make sense. So it's worth considering. So I'm just going to outline it here. That some women have said, like, it's like, well, if the document, which is supposed to be released as a warning, and that's how Mal framed this, generally speaking, as a warning to other people to, try to avoid Sykkuno, right? To, not accept his advances or whatever, what have you. As a warning to other women, basically, then the feelings of the girlfriend basically matter a bit less in that particular context, and I can understand where that comes from. You just want to warn a bunch of other girls about the actions of a predator or whatever to keep them safe. Blah 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 blah. I am also partial to that position, but I am not like. For me, it's more like it's like a 65-35 in terms of the feelings of the girlfriend versus the warning to the women. Does it kind of make sense what I'm saying here? It's just like, okay, no, I can agree with this. I don't think I 100% agree with it, but I understand where you're coming from. I can definitely sort of like understand that position for sure. That has been part of what pushed me to speak, because I do not personally feel reassured that there has been genuine reflection, and I would rather others in this space have more information than less. Okay, that's fair. This isn't meant to promote harassment, hate, or negativity towards anyone involved. I'm sharing it to provide context for my experience and to highlight patterns that stood out to me. After reading all the public statements from other girls, I found myself reflecting on these events and how I feel. I'd say, this is what a lot of these things are generally meant to sort of prompt, right? Like, reflection, people to come forward with their stories, yada, yada, yada. I know that's what Mujin, and we'll get to Mujin, also wanted this to essentially accomplish, but, I guess it didn't really work out in that way in particular, at least in Mujin's mind. We'll get to what Mujin said eventually. I understand his girlfriend did not want the initial story to be made public, and I reached out to her beforehand as a courtesy. With so much in the open, I feel that I have a right to share my story, as I have been left feeling used and misled. That's also a good point, right? That this is stuff that was probably going to be made public eventually, whether the girlfriend liked it or not. And that's also in terms of the 65 sort of 35 sort of like push and pull of the arguments that I'm like partial to in terms of my feelings on the girlfriend. Not my feelings, but my thoughts rather on the feelings of the girlfriend, right? This is something. Sykkuno's a massive public figure. Something like this was probably going to happen eventually. Like, given all the rumors that swirl around Sykkuno specifically. So it was probably going to happen where something was going to come out. More than likely. It was just always a matter of if rather than. Or not if. When rather than if, right? It was always going to happen with someone as large as Sykkuno and with the amount of people he interacted with. I will be talking about some very personal things here, which are quite frankly embarrassing to share, but I feel are pertinent to understanding why I feel so deeply affected by this. TLDR, I became friends with him when I was a minor, 17, and we remained friendly for several years. More recently, he made advances towards me and told me he was not involved with anyone else. So, pattern of behavior, right? Someone asks if he's fucking single, probably he says, no, or I had a girlfriend several years ago or something, blah, 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 right? I later found out that was not true. Had I known, I wouldn't have been involved beyond a friendship due to past trauma. I'm sharing this because from what I have what I experienced and what I have heard, this did not feel like an isolated situation. Also, I know mucho texto and pages, but fear not. Most of it is just Discord DMs, sort of. Well, mostly skimmed through this, probably. How I met Sykkuno. We met through a mutual friend who connected us, and he reached out to me first. This was before I became a YouTuber, so I censored my old account's name and profile picture. Fair. I want to be very clear that he did not do anything explicit with me while I was a minor. Okay, so no pedo stuff. Still a little weird that a 28-year-old is hanging out with a 17-year-old, but hey, that's fine, I guess. Still a little weird. Just a little weird. Our conversations were casual. Talked about games like Art Nights, Animal Crossing, played Ark together, and just chatted. I'm including some screenshots for context. I'm including this because I think it is relevant to the overall dynamic. About 11-year age gap. So 17, he was around 28. All the screenshots from this section was from I was underage. Screenshots. So her name is blanketed out because it's her old account. They're just talking about games. 4K hours, games, okay, don't worry, it's super easy to talk to, put me in suitcase, the fuck does that mean? Wait, what? Put me in suitcase, what? I will illegally go to Cali, no need to pay, it's called saving money. Okay, whatever. Sending you random videos saved. Oh, it's this way, huh? What? Okay. Huh? Wait, I did something so wrong. Huh? You didn't. You didn't. I was just messing with you a little. Sorry. Why is it? Okay, listen. I'm gonna be honest. Why does he always put? Why does he sometimes put like the first letter of a word and then a space between it or something, and then spell out the full full word rather? Is it just like some sort of I don't know, like anime shit or something? Whatever. So this is what you were into. You didn't. You didn't. I was just messing with you a little. The link of the video he was responding to. Do I want to look at this fucking video? I'm gonna be honest. Do I really want? Do I want to look at this video? What is this? Oh, it's...
Look, 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 look.
What the fuck? That's special. Fuck!
Oh, so it's some fucking Kazuna AI meme or something. Oh, it's this. Okay, whatever. Sure. Again, I was a minor at the time. I understand at the end of the day that these were just jokes, but looking back, him making jokes that I now feel have sexual connotations from the get-go feels very off-putting. Let's see. What? So you're gonna poke me like one time, then the dinosaur will kill me. So, lol, JK. Wait, how are you responding while streaming? Also, your hair looks nice today. Multitasking. Thanks. I didn't really do anything to it. Yes, with Spee. Oh my god. Oh god, it naturally looks nice. Dang it, I look like a hobo because of the quarantine. I need a haircut, lol. My hair used to be pretty short, but now it's growing out. Now your hair's fine, what do you mean? It does look like it annoys your eyes, but other than that, oh god, lol. Do you prefer your hair short or long? On me, short because it's easier to maintain and doesn't like swamp my face as much. Oh, yeah, shorter's nice, I think. I used to have super long hair and was so hard to wash and to maintain. What about you? Oh, I prefer shorter too, actually. I think long hair can look nice, though. But shorter hair is nice for hugs and us stuff. I don't know. Both are good. I meant for you. Sorry, Cass, but yes, both are good. Oh, for me, I prefer shorter-ish, I guess. Not like super short, but not like super long. Fair, so like normal length guy hair. Well, LOL. Yeah, normal, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Sure. Shorter hair is nicer for hugs and stuff. That's what she's sort of like. Okay. I never thought much about his comments on my appearance when I was a minor, but going back and reading things like shorter hair is nicer for hugs and stuff, and the implication in it makes me feel disgusted. I had shorter hair at this time. Okay. I mean, sure. Yeah. I mean, it's a little weird. I don't disagree with this. Like, okay. You know, sure. What's this? Decided if I can't have a party as well, have one big online one, if that makes sense. If you are free, you're warmly welcomed. When is this? Sunday? Oh god, it's like 5 a.m. my time. Maybe I can come near the end, maybe? Yeah, because it goes till 10 p.m., which is 2 p.m. your time, I think. Is she European? 2 p.m. your time, goes till 10 p.m. No, she's probably on the East Coast or something. Because I think Sykkuno used to live in California. Yeah, he used to live in California, and then he moved to Nevada, right? He lived in Las Vegas or something. Sure, okay. So yeah, the time difference I guess is a little makes sense there. Yeah, you did used to live in your state, boy, that's true. Here I invited him to my 18th birthday celebration. I censored the months because I don't want my exact birth date to be public knowledge. I want to keep as much personally identifiable information as possible private, given how I'm sharing so many other deeply personal things further in the document. Sure, man, whatever. Same to you, though. You seem super friendly, so don't let people, take advantage or something, too. Okay, that is a little that's a little ironic. Okay, a little ironic. Why I trusted him. I knew him for over 5 years, and we would communicate sporadically throughout the entire time and play games here and there. I had nothing. I had never heard anything bad about him. I had only positive interactions with him. He was a respected content creator in the space with a lot of friends. His persona on streams was very wholesome. He was flirty, but nothing over the top. And honestly, I usually didn't even pick up on it. When Peak became popular, he started inviting me into group lobbies. After that, we ended up gaming together pretty regularly, both on and off stream. Sometimes it was just the two of us. Other times, one of his friends would join in. He also opened up to me about personal things, his family, his childhood, his experiences he hadn't shared publicly. At one point, he even gave me his phone number, which felt like a clear sign that he trusted me. Yeah, let's... Sure, like how people, generally speaking, build trust and rapport with one another in terms of friendships. Yeah, sure, whatever. Relevant personal context. I dropped out of school at the age of 15 due to being extremely mentally unwell. Oh, damn. Okay. I am not a very balanced individual. That's a way to put it. And anyone who has interacted with me for longer than 10 minutes would be able to tell. I struggle with autism, ADHD, OCD, GAD, and an eating disorder. So, autistic, attention disorder problems, obsessive compulsive disorder, general attention disorder, I think is GAD. I'm not 100% certain though. Okay, so lots of mental illnesses. Cool. These are not meme illnesses. I've been collecting like Pokemon badges. Funny reference. But real conditions that have been medically diagnosed by professionals. I would love nothing more than to be a normal fucking individual. I also have the self-confidence of a wet rat. I was very honest about this with him and talked about my low self-esteem and body issues. I'm not sharing this as an excuse or a way to remove myself of accountability, but I think it adds context as to why I feel I am more vulnerable to being taken advantage of. She's not wrong here, to be quite honest. She's accurate here. It is a lot easier for people to take advantage of people with autism or general anxiety or whatever. Oh, GAD's general anxiety disorder. Idiot. Whatever. Yeah, it's a lot easier for people to take advantage of that in particular because they're not going to be able to pick up on social cues as well, right? in comparison to other people, especially with autistic people, right? Like, or like antisocial people, broadly speaking, right? Like, I don't really blame her. Of course, all detractors of this will say like, who the fuck cares if you're like that mentally ill and you're not like socially well? Like, why the fuck would you just talk with them anyways if you knew that you were like so mentally ill or incapable of not capable of like talking with him or in any way, shape, or form? They'll try to come up with like some pretzel way to go after what's her name again? I'm really bad with names. Icelyn. Icelyn. It's like Caitlyn, but with ice. I see what you did there. Oh, to take advantage of people or something, in order to try to like shit on her for that in particular. I mean, I get it. I get it. I understand. Anxiety, mental disorders, blah 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 blah. Makes it easier for her to be taken advantage of. But like detractors don't give a shit because they hate you. I struggled to understand people and I was bullied badly before I dropped out of school. I have never had a boyfriend, been in a proper long-term relationship, or slept with anyone. I have little to no real-world experience. I trusted Sykkuno, despite deep trauma that I'm not going to air out. And I feel disgusted looking in the mirror, sometimes knowing what I sent to him, and that I was just another goal. I can see how that probably feels pretty shitty. I don't disagree with that, sure. How the relationship became more than friendship. We mostly interacted in group settings, but once it was just the two of us after a third person left. During that conversation, his interest seemed to shift when he learned I have never had sex. Okay. Maybe getting to something more interesting here. It was during these calls that he started making romantic advances. I feel like I've seen this before. I mentioned I was up late due to medication side effects, and when I said I was on the pill, he seemed surprised and assumed I was sexually active. I clarified that I was not. So, okay. Does she wait? What do we mean by the pill? Like birth control or something? Like what kind of pills? Like, does she mean pills for her like disorders or something, right? Because there's pills that do exist for those that can get like medically prescribed. I assume that's probably the case. She has been diagnosed by medical professionals and stuff like that. So, yeah, I guess like Kuno does have a breeding king. True, Zane. True. I can be very blunt at times. He's a huge successful streamer with lots of connections, status, wealth, etc. I don't think I'm special and I have very low self-esteem. So a few times I asked him why me. As in, why he would choose me when he could have anyone he wanted. That's a thing that I bring up all the time. Listen, sister. You and me, we're on the fucking same wavelength, okay? I'm not diagnosed, but I'm on the fucking spectrum somewhere. Listen, I love playing Factorial and being obsessive over Warhammer and fucking Pokemon of all things, okay? I'm definitely on the fucking spectrum somewhere. I'm gonna be quite honest. Yeah, I would also ask myself these, if I had a large like female content creator get in my fucking DMs or some shit, or even like someone try to like hit on me in chat or whatever, I'd be like, why the fuck are you saying this about me? I would just be confused. I'm like, me? You think I'm a catch? I don't think I'm anything special, to be honest. Like, I'm just a guy. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't really know. Yeah, that's why people think that I'm like asexual, Boy Meets Mini. I'm not. I think I just have really really low self-esteem. I'll be quite honest. Even though I act extremely smug and confident when I talk about like, I don't know, like debates or like whatever the fuck, or talk about the topics that I talk about. I don't know. Like, I just feel confident about it. This is all it is. His response was, I trust you. I believed this. Again, I had no reason not to, and it logically made sense. I had a positive track record with him. Also, given the nature of his substantially female audience, he would want something under the radar, and he trusted me to be discreet. When the conversation started to become much more romantic, I directly asked if he was involved with other girls and made it clear I wanted to know up front. He denied it and then reassured me at that time. Okay, so we know that's an explicit fucking lie. He's just lying there, right? So any potential like advances that went on even further and further from there would be again non-consensual, right? It's the same thing that I'm going to bring up the guy again. Saros TV said, and Saros TV is 1000% accurate about this. Because a part of consent is also information. It's called informed consent, right? It is for a consensual relationship to essentially function. Trust is incredibly important. Information and knowledge of people's predispositions is incredibly fucking important. Very, 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 very much so, right? Because if like Mal, for example, or Althea, or any of these other girls knew that Sykkuno had a girlfriend, do you really fucking believe for 3 seconds that they'd want to go on like a date with him, or want to meet with him at fucking conventions, or try to fucking hook up with him? No, the fuck they wouldn't. Like, why would they? Hello? So the relationships that essentially have happened then are inherently non-fucking consensual, which means it's bad. Had I known he was seeing multiple girls and inviting them to conventions, I would not have gotten involved. I only engaged with him based on what I now believe were false pretenses. Yep, I've said this before as well. I thought he really liked me and that this would eventually lead to a relationship, which is, again, that's the whole love bombing thing. That's essentially the trap that Sykkuno uses in order to, try to meet up with girls, hook up with them, and then essentially dip, right? That's what fucking happens. It's the same pattern of behavior, right? The call ended with what sounded to me like jerking off and heavy breathing after sending him a picture to me. Okay. Weird. Okay. Alright. He was the initiator in everything sexual, romantic, and flirtatious. I simply followed his lead. Honestly, bro was fucking gooning. Alright. Crazy. Also, like, same wavelength here. I'm incredibly also fucking antisocial. I would not fucking initiate like most of this stuff either. Why? I'm way too fucking autistic. I can't fucking pick up on social cues appropriately for when it's appropriate or what. I can't fucking do that shit unless it's like made it very, very obvious to me. I'm gonna be honest. Screenshot below are him asking. Are of him asking for his quote-unquote prize to be from behind. The prize in question being an explicit photo of me. He would play Mancala with each other. I won most of the time. Or we would play Mancala with each other. What the fuck is Mancala? 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 What is that? I don't know. Is that a board game or something? Mancala. Family of two-player based turn-based strategy board games. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, cool. Some kind of board game. Yeah, okay, a board game. Blah 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 blah. Go on, have another one about my prize. What prize you haven't won yet? I'm drawing this out. I'm holding you hostage. Want my present from behind next time. Oh. Well, you can actually draw it out. Wait, this can take like 20 turns. My final revenge. Okay, is what I would say if you had won. Unfortunately, I'm a sore loser, and I'm going to have to be stubborn and not move my pebble. I guess it's a tie. Damn. Being kind of a bitch. I can understand. Okay. Sometimes we're a bit of a sore loser, folks. We're a little bit of a sore loser sometimes, folks. Let me tell you. Very, very funny. Okay. The screenshot below is after I sent him an explicit photo. We had agreed on a trade, but he never held up his end of the deal. Well, that's kind of shitty. He did the whole I'm so nervous. I've never done anything like this before. Oh my god, routine. It's now where have we fucking seen that one before? Oh. And like every fucking instance of DMs that he has had with fucking girls, playing the whole like innocent anime e-boy fucking shtick every fucking time. Jesus Christ. I didn't ask him to send anything explicit, but seeing as he bragged about his dick size to me, I wanted to suggest a photo. I guess it was also a show of trust. He would always put off sending anything back, or make excuses. Can we get a little zoom in? Not very clear. It's not the best, but I started working out to make it nicer for you. And I know we said we'd trade, but I wanted you to have this before I leave. What the heck, you're so sweet. Thank you. When's your trip? I will do it. Oh my god. Sorry, TBH. I've never actually done anything like this before. Wait, is your trip tomorrow morning? Was it 7? No, I totally understand. I understand. I'm so nervous every time I do stuff. You can keep all your clothes on, so it shouldn't be too bad. Surely leave tomorrow. So good morning. Woke me up. I did. Well, good morning. Yeah, I forgot to silence. Yeah, I don't know. I guess he has a big dick or something. Whatever. Who cares? Hopefully we're less nervous if you know if you know I'd like when I see you. Okay, sure. Sorry. It's really nice being woken up by you. My brain half asleep still. I cannot for the life of me understand what you're saying here. You said you were nervous when you do stuff. I was trying to make you more comfy, but you should go back to sleep probably soon, right? CIC. No. Thanks again for playing. It was seriously fun. Hopefully we can hang out before I go. Okay. So they're trying to exchange for something something more explicit based off of that. Okay, cool. She wanted to see his dick or whatever. Very cool. Screenshot below was from our last text conversation in March. He was still flirting with me despite having already moved on to another girl. Such a cheater, bad sportsmanship. Underhanded tactics were used, therefore your win is null and void. I'll be underhanding, alright. I'd like to see you try. Okay, sure. Oh, with all this being an 11-year age gap, does the date specify at that point in time? Right? I don't really see the date specifying. I'm not sure if this was still in 2020 or not, Boy Meets Mini. But, I mean, all of this stuff was in 2020, so... I mean, 11-year age gap, I guess it doesn't really matter what time it is, but... Yeah, I don't know if this bit was when she was 17 or not. As far as I can tell, based off of her initial testimony in the, top of all of this, that is not the case. So, maybe this is when she was like 18 or 19 or whatever. Moving on. Requests to meet in person. He had asked me... Oh, she does live in Europe. Does she? Paris to Europe, TwitchCon? Okay. He had asked me multiple times if I wanted to hang out at TwitchCon or Paris prior to us becoming involved. Most of the time I gave him non-committal answers, redirected the conversation to something else, or said no. When I said I couldn't go because of money, this is simply because this was simply the easiest answer. I didn't want to explain that I was scared to travel alone to a foreign country where I knew no one to meet someone for the first time. Makes sense, right? Yeah, she doesn't live in... Yeah, what the fuck was I saying? Yeah, she doesn't even live in... She lives in America somewhere. Whatever. Okay, makes sense that she would not want to go to Paris. Struggled with crowds, around people, and with other issues. I was not looking forward for a handout and declined any offer to pay for me. Note, some of these screenshots are just normal DMs between us, but I thought it'd be more transparent if I posted the intact conversation. The point of including them is to prove that he meant to fly me and 2 other girls separately to Paris. Okay. Althea was supposed to be flown out to Paris, I believe, and Mal was also going to meet him, I believe, also in Paris, right? Given what we know. And this was in the big 2025. So, what, at this point, she's like 20-something, mid-20s, something like that? If you're gonna... Oh, no, it should be 23. Yeah, 23. 34? Yeah, okay, whatever. Also, you're gonna hang when I visit Europe this year. Can't carry shit going to Europe. Paris specifically. Have you been there? Yeah. Is it alright place? Or like, lol, very busy. A few years back. TFT tournament. Again, this is where he was also going to... where he met Althea as well and hooked up with her there. So... he was also going to fly out Icelyn as well. Okay. Very interesting. Depends what time you go. I went outside of public holidays, so it was emptier but still busy. Hard for you to get there. Short plane flight. Mona Lisa in the Louvre. That's cool. Come hang when I'm there. Woo. Accommodation in Paris is expensive. Broke student. Hope you have fun though. What? Go eat some good French pastry. They do Grace pastries. Listen, she's correct there. I could probably help with that. Don't worry. Well, it's not for a while anyway, but that's very kind. But you don't need to. I've actually never been to Europe ever in my life. I'm practically a stranger to you. Wait, really? So that's in line with her saying that she didn't want to take any of the funding or didn't want to go there because the foreign country, blah, 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 blah. Traveled overseas to Japan like last year. I'm trying a thing. For the first time I rarely travel. You don't like to travel. Wow. I hope Japan was nice. I would love to see the cherry blossoms someday. Traveling has always been normal to me because the UK is so tiny. You have to leave if you want to do other things. But America is so stupidly vast. I can see why many people rarely ever leave the country. America is big, not a stranger. What the heck? Oh, she lives in the UK? Okay, whatever. We lived in the same ark house before it got destroyed by the raptors. Very cozy house of mud and straw. Mud and straw. Celestial. So Marble Ribble. Oh my god, hi, morning. Are we hanging out at TwitchCon? I can't go. I'm broke. Saw we. No, okay, but what about if I went to Paris later this year? You could go to that. I mean, technically, yes. Wait, really? But again, Monet. Is Paris close? Hope you have fun, though. Yeah, like a 2-hour flight. Okay. Oh my god, alright. I'll buy you the flight. Well, no, don't do that. What? Why not? Because I have no way to repay you. That's okay. I didn't want you to repay me. What? Also, what's up, Otto? How's it going, buddy? What time is it for you right now? Also, you're coming to hang out when I go to Europe. Depends on the dates. I have a course in London. So she's living in England at this point in time. It is 23:34. No, it's probably later in the year. My course is in July, September. Oh, it should be after that. It's in Paris. Alright. Actually, we'll go to Europe later this year. Yay, we should hang out more, though. So remember our random arc house. We better hang out when I'm in Europe. That house survived for a good 2 minutes. Good house. Make a fresh one. Bring it to me when in Paris. Bake you something. Return then. I'm back at baking. I'll buy you some food from a restaurant. The best I can do. Alright. Can't wait to try some food when I'm there. You should try croque monsieur when you're in France. Very tasty. Best grilled cheese, as you call it. It is fucking good grilled cheese. She's cooking there. And potato daffinos. And a beef bourguignon. Bourguignon. There we go. I know how to speak French. I live in Canada. I can French. My favorites, super tasty. I'll have to look for them. Why don't we try them together? Try them for you. This is for you. Well, what if I just wanted to hang out with you? Oh, yeah, I was going to ask if you ever been to Paris. Yeah, did you like it? Well, I was 11, went to the Louvre. It was cool from what I remember. Hey, my friend is playing Arc Raiders. You can talk to enemies. Yeah, well, it's kind of funny, depending on if they talk back and stuff. Would you want to go back one day? This looks so fun. Visit when I visit. What the heck? Yeah, it's fun. All the rage lately. Let's play. Especially if you like Tarkov. Goes on sale. We'll get it. Okay. I mean, like, listen. Nothing, like, too particularly sussy here. I'm going to be quite honest, Boy Meets Mini. Like, eh. Yeah, I do agree with you, though, for sure. It is very, very wild how, like, normal conversations can become relatively cursed. I don't disagree with that. After our more than friendship involvement, when he invited me to go to Paris again while on call together, I accepted. We talked about it in DMs too. Come to Paris for the whole weekend. I'm there, or lol. And I'm like sort of kind of up. Do you want me there? I'm asking you, TBH. I'd feel bad because some days I'd probably be super busy with the TFT event, right? Again, this is important to fucking stipulate. This is the exact same TFT event where Sykkuno flew Althea out to that fucking convention and hooked up with her there in fucking Paris, right? So he was also planning to do this with Icelyn as well. Asking you TBH, I'd feel bad because some of the days probably busy, be sitting there bored, love puzzles, I can do puzzles for hours alone. Well, what? I'm pretty good at entertaining myself. It sounds so sad. No, well, yeah, what? No, it's fun. I like that a lot. Listen, Sykkuno, you don't get. She's autistic, dude. Yeah, of course she likes puzzles. Okay, listen. This is the autism connection. I understand where she's coming from here. Okay, she likes puzzles. I also like puzzles. Listen, it's autist maxing right there, dude. I understand where she's coming from here. Yeah, what? No, it's fun. I like it a lot. What kind of puzzles? I just like put together something. Ravensburger ones. Yeah, puzzle pieces. I'm practicing for the retirement home. What can I say? I can easily do 1,000 piece puzzle in one sitting. Very cathartic. I'll come jump on you to make sure you're awake. What, lol? Okay, so you're gonna bring puzzles. Puzzles multiple. They're kind of big. Oh, well, I think I'm leaving on the 15th, probably. I was thinking maybe you visit for like 1 day or something. Probably. Shouldn't you have everything booked? What the heck? I could easily entertain myself for a day. Well, I mean, you can always change a flight or get a hotel for more nights. Technically, you can, lol. Okay, interesting. I do have free will, that's true. What are you going to do at the tournament? Playing TFT and stuff? Just watching? Oh, you're a competitor. Yeah, well, I'll probably lose fast. Well, how long would you want to be there? Well, it feels like a waste to go to Paris and sit in a hotel room for a day. That's true. Probably 2 days around. Walk around Paris, see things. Just a girl who's terrified of French people. And, deep. Deep on her phone. What could go wrong? And yeah, that would be kind of suck. What do you think? Think it'd be fun? Think so too. Just don't drag me and chop me into pieces and put me in a suitcase. Huh? I don't think that's a thing that would happen. Oh, few just checking. Want to play Arc Raiders? I'm getting on. Perhaps in a bit. I'm gonna rest a little for now. My throat kind of hurts, I think, from talking too much on stream. So this is also the same thing that he would do as well. You know, if he's talking too much on stream, why he would justify him speaking quietly in the microphone, right? He will say like, "Oh, my throat hurts because I was talking too much on stream." It's like, okay, well, I guess that makes sense. He does stream for a bunch. But in reality, he's talking quietly for what exactly? To make sure his girlfriend doesn't hear him talking with other girls. That's why. Okay, try some warm water and honey. So, like, what would I do when I get to the airport? Kind of embarrassing, but I've never traveled alone. First time. We'll be going to South Africa in January. My God, you're, oh, right, you're going to the thing. It's like a wedding, yeah. And I will pet cheetahs. Love Cheetos. Cheeto. But do I just hire Uber? I have never used Uber before. Do they even have that in France? Well, I think they do, yeah. I plan on using an Uber probably. And how would I know where to go? Okay, not gonna lie, I don't really know. Well, since I've never been to that one. You don't know where you're going? Nope, no idea. I'm just gonna... You don't have the address. Fumble through it on the post. Oh, you meant that. Lol. Yeah, I have a hotel. Thought you meant, like, or to go to get picked up at the airport or, like, I don't know. No, I can figure that out. I can figure out London Underground. That's an absolute nightmare for transportation. Is it, like... Will there be a crowd? Not that I know jack's shit about TFT currently, but maybe I could watch it. Honestly, I'm by myself seats or something. I don't know. I think they probably is. I think they probably is. I'm not sure. Well, I know TFT isn't like as big of League of Legends, so they don't do quite as much for it for sure. I mean, I didn't need to watch. Don't need to give you performance anxiety. I mean, I'll probably lose first day. Be free, TBH. No, you won't for sure. I think my friend usually streams it. I can hang out there. They live there. No, like I don't know, last year, TFT people just set up a whole thing for him to stream it. LOL, look like at the venue. Don't want to intrude. Would you want to stream that? What? No. But yeah, I do think it'd be a little awkward. Lol, definitely not. Oh. Man, it's mostly just a lot of fucking normal DMs. Nothing too crazy, I'm gonna be honest here. I don't think to be around others. Came wrong. Okay, honestly, maybe the best ideas. Let me see if I can extend my trip for a couple days or something. LOL. Then you can just come visit and we don't have to worry about all that. You do that? Well, I gotta figure it out somehow. Okay, so he's trying to extend his trip for a couple of extra days. So, because he really wants to just... Okay. let's just cut it to fucking brass tacks. He's trying to literally come up with like any excuse possible to try to hook up the girl. Okay, that's what it is. Hook up and fucking dash, right? Like that's what he did allegedly with Leia. That's what he was trying to, he did with Althea. That's what he was trying to do with Mal, and that's what he's been trying to do seemingly with all the girls he's been getting into fucking contact with. DM, like, follow all of them, DM them if they're smaller content creators, VTubers, cosplayers, whatever, blah 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 blah. DM them, try to butter them up, love bomb them, try to meet with them at conventions, and hook up with them. A kind of a dine and dash sort of situation. Okay, like it's pretty explicitly fucking predatory behavior. I mean, it just is. Flights are already booked. Again, I don't mind just like sitting around. Don't mind being alone. Yeah, but I'm sure it's changeable. Well, whatever works for you. I mean, I'm there. What the heck? Don't say it like that. Lol, let me see if we can stand for a little bit, though. This is random. Would you ever travel to the U.S.? Yeah, America. Fun. Okay. Well, what if, lol, it'd be easier to, cause, what if you visit the U.S. and you can stay for a bit, or I don't know, or lol, well, when? You can open your inventory when you're down. Couldn't put the cat collar in my safe stash. Yeah, you can't. Oh my god, lost the collar. They're playing a game, I guess, together. Learned to rate because my friend had a collar. Schedule usually like fairly open, or yeah, pretty much apart from going to South Africa. Okay, when's the South Africa trip? Mid-January, okay. Got the dog collar. Feel like France is significantly closer than America, though. What state you in? Congrats. Yeah, it is. Sykkuno, which state? Oh, California. What do you ask? That's a 12-hour flight. Yeah, it's far. Sorry. I mean, it's more. Imagine I fly all the way and you're like, no, I don't like you very much. That would be rather uncomfortable. Also, want to play meow. Meow, rather. I'm looking for lemons. Lemons. What the fuck are they playing? There's a collar and there's... Okay, whatever. That'd be really unfortunate. Yes, I don't think that would happen. Macaroons. Those are pretty good. I guess at least I'm only there for a day. It's like a trial run. If you don't like me, I can be returned and shipped off, so to speak. What LOL? Well, yeah. It would definitely be like less pressure and stuff for both of us. Yeah, plus macaroons. Macaroons. Oh, I know what they are, of course. France has good macaroons. It's true. I mean, that's where they're made. We gotta try those then. Wait, we will at least try those for sure. Yeah, I could try to find some. Extending my flight seems kind of cooked. I think it's close to Christmas. They are extra expensive to change. That's true. Okay. It's like 1.8k to push it back one day. No, I'm not. It's just acknowledgement. Sorry, tone doesn't pass through text. Oh, I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's actually like, no, again. It's whatever you want, really, huh? Well, why say it like that? Oh my god, like what? Lol. Well, would you want to still hang out, even if we were only a day? Yeah, I mean, maybe. Oh, no pressure. If not, like, it's... I know it's, like, such a rush and stuff. Maybe we can plan something for the future. Yeah, the fact that he was trying to do literally everything possible, it seems, to try to hook up with this girl in fucking Paris after hooking up with Althea. That's crazy. Good morning, Miss My Pewter. Can I ask you something else up? When would you like me to come? A few weeks, a few months? Or had you not really thought about it? Ooh, you want to come? I don't know. Soon. I want to beat you in a fight ASAP. You definitely won't, but okay, let me try to plan a good time. So, yeah. POV, the multimillionaire, is worried about 1.8k. That's true, Zane. So, oh, she's German. She has a German passport. Oh, she's German. I didn't know that. Okay. Ultimately, I didn't go because my German passport had expired due to the bureaucratic fuckery. You are not allowed to travel to the EU on your UK passport if you have an EU one, even if it's expired. Okay, wait, that's... no, wait, she lives in the... Okay, she lives in the UK. Okay, never mind. I'm an idiot. Stupid. Don't worry about it. Even if it's expired. When he invited me to go to Paris, he said he'd pay for everything. Food, accommodation, flights, just like he did with the other girls who went to Paris. No idea how he was going to juggle multiple girls over a few days. Yeah, that's a pretty good question, right? Because, again, Althea, right? Althea was also in Paris. at that same TFT convention. I don't know if there was other girls as well. I mean, he was also planning to meet Mal. Ultimately, Mal fell through as well. Althea went there as well. And he was also going for Icelyn as well. So that would have been 3 different girls. That's kind of fucking wild. Realizing I was not the only girl involved. By some crazy coincidence, I found out Althea had been invited to Paris by him and anonymously DM'd her to ask if she was in a similar situation to me. Okay, so detractors are more than likely going to try to poke holes into this by saying, oh yeah, likely story, a crazy fucking coincidence. Okay, first off, you don't really hover around in these circles. I mean, it could have just been a crazy, like, sudden fucking coincidence. You have, like, no fucking idea. I'm gonna be quite honest here, right? I mean, sometimes just things just, like, randomly plop out in front of you in this, like, sort of environment, in life in general, and you just hear about certain things in the fucking grapevine. I mean, this is kind of how it is, so, It is, like, it is what it is. So this is her DMing Althea on Instagram. Yes, on Instagram. Don't follow each other on Instagram. Sorry if this seems super random, but are you going to Paris because someone invited you and offered to pay for the tickets to meet you? Not explicitly saying it was Sykkuno. Okay. Unfortunately, Althea had her DMs off, so she didn't see it. I honestly wish I tried harder to get in contact with her, but I was scared to. Yeah, it makes sense, right? Listen, because... I mean, she has said that she's neurodivergent, not very adverse to wanting to, like, socialize with people, yada, yada, yada. That makes a lot of sense, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I have never DM'd any person randomly on fucking social media. I don't touch that shit with, like, a 10-foot pole, I'm going to be honest. What if they were friends and nothing happened? I didn't want to risk losing what I thought was the beginning of a relationship over my insecurities, so I chose to stick my head in the sand and believe him when he reassured me that there was no one else. Below are receipts of me confiding with my friend about the situation and talking about how I had already asked him if he was doing something of this nature with other people. Amusingly enough, I used the word harem. I guess I wasn't far off. Okay. Because, I mean, she has stipulated before that she's very, very insecure because of her various sort of mental illnesses that she fucking has. I mean, listen, I understand. Point blank asked him if he had a harem or was doing this shit with other girls, and said I wouldn't mind if that's the case. I just wanted to know, so I knew what I was getting into. Was it a case of I'm just easy release? I thought it was special. Or what was he going to juggle us on different days? That's fucking crazy. Okay, so this is on what? This is on October or is it December? Is it December or is it October? I forget which form. I don't remember what fucking format, because it kind of matters here, right? I'm going to assume that this is based off of the next message here. I think this is during December, right? Yeah, I'm going to say it's fucking December. So December 10th. I don't know if did she hear like a rumor on the grapevine or something in order to come to this like potential conclusion? Because yeah, I also have the exact same question. What he was trying to meet with Mal. He met with Althea, and he was also going for Icelyn as well. That's 3 different girls for an event that he's probably there during December for about what, like couple days? How the fuck is he going to juggle 3 girls? How do you do that? How are you doing that? Because we know what Sykkuno's whole basic shtick and strategy here is, right? Love bomb the girls, give them a bunch of money, blah, 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 blah. Have them come to the conventions to meet up with him, and then, hook up and fucking dash. That's it, right? Very, very similar line of behavior. Well, three that went to this TFT tournament. We know that there's more. There's a friend of Bau's who also was messaging with Sykkuno. Obviously, the girlfriend herself is also a victim in all of this as well as Leia. Leia? Leia. Although apparently there's like inconsistencies with that story or something from what I've seen like later pop up from this. Whatever. From this point onwards, you can blame me for being naive, gullible, stupid, and yeah, maybe that applies. I really liked him. I enjoyed spending time with him. He made me laugh a lot, complimented me, made me happy. Again, this is fucking love bombing explicitly, right? This is, again, coercive fucking behavior. I rationalized it as how could he possibly do that if he didn't really like me and I wasn't the only one? After telling him I was an only child multiple times and he repeatedly thought I had a sibling. Wait, what? After telling him I was an only child multiple times, he repeatedly thought I had a sibling. Okay, sure. We spent another evening together watching Fallout. We laugh a lot, and the fun begun. Then fun, but okay, whatever. Then there's things that make me question. Like question mark, I guess. Okay. Like he forgot I told him I was an only child. I don't know, man. I really, really don't. I don't know either. Assuming this is the friend that she confided in. I feel like there's something that could be easy to forget, but also not really. He also told me more stuff about his family and himself. When I told him, he was surprised and said he thought I had one sibling. Okay, I mean, because you could just chalk that up that maybe he just, like, forgot or whatever. Sure. Whatever. I mean, it's like, ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. And today, it was the same. He thought I had one sibling, so maybe it was one of those things where you gaslight yourself into the wrong answer. Perhaps, yeah. I mean, you can speculate till the cows come home. Like, maybe he was, like, thinking of someone else that he was trying to hook up with that has a sibling, and that's, like, what he was, like, tunnel visioning on or something. I don't know. You can suspect till the cows come home or something. After he was back from the TFT tourney, I asked again if he was doing this sort of thing with anyone else or talking to anyone else. He denied it again and said he wasn't involved romantically with anyone else. I trusted him. He also invited me to go to his house in Vegas again. So that's when he moved to Vegas at this point. Unsure how the logistics of that would pan out, seeing as he had a girlfriend living there, but nothing he did is particularly logical. Well, I mean, that's just how it is with a bunch of fucking cheaters, right? Like, they'll try to justify literally any action or behavior in order to, do their fucking impropriety, of course. I asked this in a voice call, but I do have receipts of me venting to my friends. I had no experience with this thing, so I was getting guy advice from her. Secondhand account of me confiding in my friend after I talked to him on a call, and he once again stated it was only me. Okay, so we know that this is it's a girlfriend, a friend who's a girl, right? That she's confiding in. So we know this in particular. Okay, and this is now in March. Interesting. Yeah, we had a pretty good chat about what's going on. Whoa, like the Althea lady or like you guys' situation? No, but what we talked about confirmed that at least. He's sticking to his story of it's just me. And he would be jealous if I was, talking to other guys. Interesting. Need advice. I'm here. Sorry, just woke up. He's not two-timing me, but he does dick around a bit. I think he has become used to being the most important person, so everyone just does what he wants. When needed, but like, again, it's parasociality there. If I'm waking up at 5 a.m. because you said we'd hang out, then we just don't hang out, and you don't even apologize till I make a deal out of it. That's just crappy. Sure, so I stood my ground, and I was like, nah, and went to sleep. I don't know whether to text and to be like, good morning, because usually he texts me good morning. But this is just him ignoring it once again. Maybe at this point in time, he may have just, like, moved on, because as far as we can tell, Icelyn did not meet up with him in Paris. So I guess if I were to take I'm speculating here. This is a pure speculation. He probably fucking moved on, if I were to take a guess. I think it is an interesting question to find out what he was doing when he was roommates with these female streamers, what their private messages look like. That's not a bad point there, Clay, because I also mentioned that myself, right? Like, I was like, he was living with, like, fucking Valkyrie and a bunch of other, like, giant female content creators in LA. And he had a girlfriend for 5 years. 3 of those 5 years, he was living in a fucking house in LA with a bunch of other female streamers. How the fuck did he keep the girlfriend a secret from them for that long? Right? Because that's genuinely insane, dude. Or was Sykkuno using his roommate situation as an opportunity to hook up with female streamers? That we can definitely sort of make a potential conclusion to, like, because it's like a social dynamic, right? Like, if there's like a guy who's hanging out with a bunch of girls and the girls like having him be around or whatever, that's seen as like a green flag to other girls to also want to just hang out with him, right? That's like a thing that kind of happens. It depends on the person ultimately, yada yada yada. A bunch of people are going to be like more likely to hang out with someone, or especially with women when it comes to men. They're more likely to hang out with a man if they know that other women think they're safe, right? Or think he's safe. He said it should come out in a month, so once his current flavor of the month game he's playing with his entire friend group calms down, he is streaming it for like 10 hours straight, then playing it off stream, but just respect my time at least a little, you know? I see what you mean. So she's upset about the fact that, she got like probably ghosted with him, by him or something when they had something arranged to hang out or something. Okay, cool. Money and gifts. He sent me money once as a Christmas present. I didn't like him because of his money and never asked him for his money. Well, that's true. I mean, they've known each other for 5 years at this point. I think this is relevant as it's another example of Sykkuno's patterns of sending hundreds of dollars to girls he was invested in at the time. This is also a valid fucking criticism as well, right? Because this is a pattern of behavior by Sykkuno, who has sent, again, hundreds if not thousands of dollars to girls, right? So it's a confirmation of a pattern of his behavior. And oh my god, I didn't see it yet. Well, I hope you like the gift I got you. How do I even? Oh my god. I got a gift. Probably a good thing you didn't see it yet. Well, yeah, this is not an example of mutual aid. That's true, Boy Meets Spinny. Yeah, monetary contributions, shit like that. For sure, Clay. Well, I can't exactly get it for you, but what's your PayPal? Lol. Huh? Wait, huh? I was trying to donate on your stream, but it's like making me log in or something. I don't know. What the heck? That's so nice, but you don't have to do that. I just send just like something. I just like spending time with you. Wait. What do you mean? Can't get it. Is it something I have to buy? Well, I mean, I don't have your address or anything, so LOL. I was just gonna send you money for it. Oh, I see. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel bad though. I love giving gifts, but I suck at accepting them. You don't. So you don't want it? I just don't want my gift to suck compared to yours. If you outgift me, I'll IDK do something. Ooh, do you want to hang out later after you rest? Yeah, sure. And your gifts are great. Don't worry about that. It's not a competition anyways. I just want to do something nice for you, and you want to do things nice for me, so you peace on an alarm for a few hours. Yeah, true. Well, okay, it's that's the address, I guess, or whatever the fuck. Hopefully it worked. Lol, for your new graphics card. Oh, money for a graphics card. That's so okay, that's pretty crazy. That's so much. You don't have to do that. Holy moly, are you sure? Thank you. Oh my god, what, are you sure? Yeah, of course. I think you can get like a 5070 or something at least. Well, I don't know if it costs more in the UK or something like that. It's crazy. Thank you. I don't know what to say, really. Man, I just remembered you were having trouble with your graphics card sometimes a long time ago. Yeah, but you didn't have to. I thank you. Merry Christmas. Oh, I'm going to go shower and get some food and stuff. And that's money for a fucking graphics card. What, like, I don't know how much this fucking converts to British pounds or whatever. But yeah, funny. Yeah, gifting GPUs in this economy. It's great. I mean, he is a multimillionaire, so whatever, right? Communications after the public allegation. Oh, hello. Now, okay. Now this is interesting. This might be actually something interesting. So communication after the public allegations. After everything got made public, I reached out to him to try to find some closure. Part of me wanted to make him feel how it felt to get stabbed in the back, or at least to feel a fraction of the pain I felt. I was hurt, disgusted, and angry that he probably forgot about me somewhere in the sea of girls he was talking to. I think that's pretty fair. I wanted him to know how it felt to believe someone and trust them when they are only acting under false pretenses. Now, this is a thing that I have been constantly mentioning over and over and over again. Relationships are fundamentally speaking built upon trust. The fact that Sykkuno was cheating and just sleeping around with a bunch of girls means that trust is fundamentally fucking broken. Fundamentally fucking broken, right? That is the biggest fucking problem here, right? All of these things are built on the concept of trust, which for a lot of the detractors is completely fucking anathema to them, right? They don't believe in the concepts of trust. They don't believe in the societal contract. They don't fucking give a shit about any of this stuff, right? So, well, because they themselves are perfectly okay with this highly fucking exploitative behavior that, well, Sykkuno was mostly doing. I know it was morally wrong of me and selfish, but I was and still am angry. It was all about him. How he was sorry, how he was only human, how he was going through a lot. Watching him dodge accountability. Well, okay, interesting. Continuing to lie even when caught truly showed me what kind of person he was. Oh, okay, we'll see that. Okay, interesting. One without remorse or regard for those he used as toys for his own pleasure. When corroborating his apology with other girls, he pretty much repeated parts to the point. We thought he had a formula and replaced certain words to tailor it to each girl. Work smarter, not harder, I guess. How you holding up? That was a pretty brutal expose. Not well. I'm sorry. Firstly, I don't know what your mental is like right now, but please don't do anything stupid. Secondly, can I ask you something? I'm alive, and yes, you can. Why'd you lie? I asked you point blank if you were doing this kind of thing with other girls. I believe I even used the phrase, more power to you if so. At the time I talked to you, I wasn't. That's okay. Sykkuno is not lying there. In 2020, he was not doing the harem shit. This all started in 2021, so he's telling the truth there. And when I was talking to someone else, that's when we stopped talking as much. I'm sure you could tell. I'm sorry. Okay. Because he'd be on and off with certain girls, right? That's consistent with Althea's story. That's not so much with like Mal in particular, but that was consistent with Mal's telling of in her document with Althea, right? Or rather, the contribution that Althea made, that he was also talking to Sykkuno at the same time, on and off with her. So Icelyn was also one of the other girls that he was talking with on and off during this whole, I suppose, 5-year escapade. Okay, that's interesting. We have, I guess, one of the identifications, the IDs of one of the other girls he was talking on and off with. And when I was talking with someone else, you could tell him, sorry, I know this isn't nice to hear, but you deserve the truth at least. I'm sorry for hurting you. Well, let's not lie. You invited me to Paris while inviting 2 other girls that I know of. You rejected me there, but I did stop talking to you as much. No, I didn't. You said you couldn't extend the trip. That's true. Yeah. She's not wrong there. She's caught him there, right? Sykkuno was trying to... Well, Initially, Icelyn was saying, no, I don't know if I can really justify this. I don't know if I should, I'd have to like pay you back or whatever. But Sykkuno was trying to do literally everything possible in order to convince her to come to the trip, trying to extend the trip, saying he could pay for everything, the food, the accommodations, everything. If he's, it's like, I mean, you could just like come for like a day. I could try to extend my trip, blah, 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 blah. Trying to like basically pull in Icelyn. So technically speaking, yes, Icelyn said no, but she eventually was convinced to be like, it's like, are you really, like, you want to, like, basically, like, extend your trip and pay this much money all just to hang out with me for, like, a day or two? It's, I mean, if you really, like, want to, I mean, that seems kind of weird, but, like, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess he is really, really fucking horny. It's crazy there, Clay. You said you couldn't extend the trip. And when, even if I had, that proves I'm not the only one you were talking to if you had multiple other people ready to be deployed. I have known you 6 years. Can you not at least be a little more truthful? I'm telling you it. But for the original question, I don't fully know why. A combination of wanting to say things to make you happy, being afraid and insecure to make you upset. It's not a simple answer. Okay. I'm sorry it's hard to put together, especially right now. I haven't been having a good time. I said I wouldn't care if you were. just that would affect how I then proceed with the situation. How would you be telling me anything make me upset when I outright said I didn't care that and that was your business, right? So she was talking about in earlier DMs that she didn't really care if he was like talking with other girls or potentially like sleeping around with other girls, right? She just wanted to know the truth when she asked explicitly, are you single? Like, are you talking with any other girls right now? Sykkuno said no, which is a lie, right? We know he's been talking with other girls on and off throughout the fucking years. That he even confirms himself here. Okay. I'm sorry I couldn't I'm sorry I couldn't be you, but you okay, but you didn't deserve it. I guess but you didn't deserve it, okay? I don't expect you to forgive me, but if there's anything I'd ask for, it's that I did genuinely enjoy spending time with you. I'm sorry for hurting you and not communicating properly. Well, I guess they had fun playing games together. Sure. You're being dramatic. Yeah, I cried a lot, but I kind of knew. Why else would I ask you twice about it? Sorry for the drama. It's just been a hard time. You are who you are. It just made sense. I'm human too, so I'm aware, and I hope you are doing as well as could be. I had lots of fun with you too. I guess, yeah, they're trying to find closure here, basically. It's hard to be more than just crushed right now. I don't know if that was a persona or not, but either way, we had some good laughs, and I appreciate that. What you did sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not the biggest victim here. You made me feel special, and that was nice. And I have met so many people through you. It wasn't. It was fun spending time together. I'd be so sad if all those memories disappeared. Even though you killed me so many times in games, you maniac. Yeah, well, you deserved it. You conniving rock. The fuck is okay? What a conniving rock? Fucking Anglos with their insults. Okay, dude, I don't respect this. Yeah, I don't know what the conniving rock means. Whatever, shut up. Unless she means cock. Maybe she misspelled. I have no idea. You would do the exact same for me for the content. We both know it. I did. Thank you for messaging me. That was the closest thing to a smile I've had. Remembering that. Good thing you had those investments, I guess. I mean, as sad as I am, I still care about you. You have hurt so many people, but you were still a human, as you said. Maybe I'm too optimistic and naive, but hopefully with therapy and time, everyone will heal. And hey, you had a pretty good run, all things considered. You probably should have vetted / picked a little better. That's funny. Okay, now that's the fucking Anglo grim humor I was expecting. That's funny. That's life, and it sounds like you think I'd never plan on coming back. I mean, you'd have to have balls of steel to come back right now. Not right now, of course, but thank you for worrying about me still, and thanks for checking up so much. I messaged you twice. That's not a bunch, more than many. So thank you. You didn't have to do. You didn't do anything illegal, did you? As far as we can tell, no, not really. Not that you should tell me if you did. Again, what you did, it sucks. But people don't act logically when they act logically when they act emotionally. Right now, she forgets words like I do. Okay, listen. We're on the same wavelength, sister. Right now they are hurt, so emotions take the wheel. It's true. Still consider your friend. Maybe that's wrong. Well, someone I care about, your well-being. I didn't do anything illegal. Thank you for still caring. Maybe I don't deserve it, but I really needed to hear that. Thank you. Okay. In response to me offhandedly saying he had a pretty good run, he says, and it sounds like you think I'd never plan on coming back. That stood out because even in the middle of everything coming out, he seemed to already be thinking about returning. That felt jarring. In my opinion, someone who is genuinely focused on reflection and accountability would not be thinking or speaking about a comeback at the moment. Okay, I mean, like, maybe like a comeback to streaming or something. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly. I think he's probably talking about a comeback to streaming there, if I were to take a guess. My closing thoughts. I'm really sorry to anyone I have disappointed. I trusted someone I only had positive interactions with for years. And honestly, I liked the attention. It made me feel special. I feel gross and disgusted that I exposed myself and was vulnerable around someone who didn't actually care for me. I was just another number added to the list. If you chose to not want to watch or support me anymore, I understand and want to thank you for the time you have given me. I wrestled with speaking about this because I didn't want people to see me differently. Lose the friends I made via him or be attacked. Hopefully, by offering up this information, people will see it was not just one or two girls. He has done this to so many girls over the years. We were all put in a situation where our consent was given based on a lie. No one knew he had a girlfriend and that he was messaging and sleeping with multiple girls. I'm so deeply sorry to all the people he hurt. You deserve so much better, and you weren't the problem. So I guess that's Icelyn's whole sort of like shtick here. So yeah, basically, okay. I guess if we could just like wrap this up in a little bit of a bow, he or she got messaged by Sykkuno when she was 17. Nothing sussy in particular, just like friendly interactions with one another. And then he did the exact same thing with Mal and also Elfia, where he wanted to meet up with them in Paris for the TFT fucking tournament. And otherwise, there was the messaging after the public allegations came out. So, I mean, so far, it's, I guess, like, a very quick TLDR. Confirmation of the same pattern of behavior, that her telling her fucking experience, blah, 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 blah. And then her talking with him about the brutal expose, saying, like, something similar to Mal, right? It's like, I mean, we can still stay, like, friendly with one another or whatever. Like, because Icelyn and Mal's situation are a bit similar there. They didn't hook up or anything, right? If anything, they were just, like, mad at the cheating. So they're just like, listen, like, I mean, we could still be, like, on friendly terms with one another, and that's, like, fine or whatever, but I'm probably not going to forgive you ever. But, I mean, if you want to be, like, friendly, and because, like, I think it's good to care about someone's well-being as just, like, a human, then that's, like, fine. But, like, they're not going to forgive you for the fucking cheating kind of a deal, right? If that's, like, my sort of interpretation or assessment. I could be fucking wrong there. And I guess that's why, generally speaking, she feels like... What I'm kind of iffy on is her saying that this is going to be, the exact, like... Because I don't disagree with Icelyn's sort of, like, assessment here that more than likely Sykkuno might try to repeat the exact same behavior. Like, because if someone, for example, is doing a pattern of behavior over and over and over again, and they haven't, like, had time to, like, genuinely look at what they did or reflect on any of their actions or whatnot, it is entirely possible that they could just repeat the same pattern of behavior. Because, listen, I've said this myself, and I'll say it again, right? Hopefully the fucking repairing of the relationship between Sykkuno's girlfriend and also Sykkuno. Listen, I wish them the best for her, like, staying to try to repair the relationship. That's going to be, like, a mountain and a half to climb. But, like, listen, more power to you, girl, okay? Let's be quite honest here. Good luck, good luck, good luck. But whatever. So we'll see if that sort of, like, happens. If it's able to work out for them in particular, but I'm very, very skeptical. I mean, if he did this with dozens of girls over the pattern of, like, over the latter part of about 5 years, the likelihood that he's going to stop is, like... Listen, I find myself to be rather cynical. I mean, a lot of girls are probably going to be a lot more careful, but there's also going to be people out there who are not going to be aware 100% of what's, like, going on. Because the streaming environment it's a relatively small sort of, like, community. There's always going to be someone else that he can, like, talk with in the DMs and try to, like, love bomb them, do the exact same thing, yada yada yada. It can always fucking happen. Ultimately, like, the question is he going to fucking do it again? I don't really know exactly. Who knows? So I've been told to take a look at this by A humble YouTube chatter, Clay. I appreciate that, bud. Talking about things he knew and didn't know about the Sykkuno situation. Now, I've seen some like floatings, I think, of this, like parts of this clip floating around Twitter or whatever. I didn't like watch it at all. I was just, I didn't really care about it all that much. I mostly wanted to look at the like latest allegations and also specifically what Mujin was saying as well. We'll get to Mujin. We'll get to Mujin, but the humble YouTube chatter Clay is made me curious, so I wanted to explore and see what's exactly being said here. Why don't we take a look?
On the drive back from Coachella, I was riding back, and two of the girls in the car riding back were like, "Hey, do you know a Twitch streamer named Sykkuno? I keep seeing things about him all over my TikTok." I was like, "Oh fuck." By the way, listen, I'm just gonna fucking. Listen, I'm just gonna fucking briefly talk about this shit. We're gonna fucking rip this off 30 seconds. I'm never fucking talking about it again. Okay. Okay. A couple of things. I just want to be very clear. I'm in a really fucking weird position here. If you know, you know. Like literally. And by the way, just as a reference for people, like Turn, you guys can ask for it because Turn genuinely knows like a lot of this shit. It's fucking weird for me. I was getting a lot of messages because people were like, "Oh my god, Blau clearly knew about this because there was like this time where Blau didn't fuck with Sykkuno." Yes, by the way, in case I've never said this, but it was pretty fucking obvious. For about 2 years, I did not fuck with Sykkuno at all. Before that, I streamed with him a lot, and he was a good friend of mine. Like outside of streaming, Sykkuno was one of my friends. And then I did not fuck with him at all. That was unrelated to any of this. I did not know any of this shit. I did not know he was fucking cheating. I knew he had a girlfriend, but that was like long before, and I knew about some other cheating.
Ah, interesting. So Blau here knew about the fucking girlfriend, but chose not to disclose it. Interesting. Why? I guess, like, he probably would have been fucking dogpiled, because he didn't fuck with Sykkuno all that much, right? Given how social dynamics works, generally speaking, on these fucking websites. He probably would have been jumped on it specifically by a bunch of Sykkuno fans, highly parasocial fucking people, of course, and just had it like shut down. More than likely, the allegations of the girlfriend being in existence, saying like, "What do you mean he's got a girlfriend? You're just trying to say that to, I don't know, get back at him after." Having your drama in the no pixel RP environment because you just don't fuck with Sykkuno all that much anymore, right? And you're just trying to farm drama out of it, right? And it would make him look really, really bad, which I can make sense as to why he probably didn't disclose that information. Like, I see the vision.
Thing that was long before, but I didn't know about any of this shit. And so this is why it's a little weird for me. He did some fucked up shit to me a couple of years, like actually fucked up shit to me, and I did not fuck with him. Just like we went from like streaming games all the time to like it was very obvious to people that I didn't fuck with him. In fact, holy shit, this is the most important thing. I actually do owe an apology to all of the GTA roleplay frogs who were like enjoyers. They clocked me for this in 4.0. I just completely switched up my character. Like Mickey just didn't fuck with and I had to just stomach the reason why. I just couldn't explain why. But yeah, that was completely OOC. That was horrible roleplay from me. I'm so sorry to all of the GTA roleplay enjoyers. That was just straight up OOC for me. I just could not fuck with it. But the key thing in explaining all this to you guys very quickly is I want to be very honest with you. Sykkuno did apologize to me. And like you literally can like see when it was. Like I think it was at TwitchCon of last year. So pretty recently. I thought it was a pretty genuine apology and I accepted it. I have no idea how genuine that apology is now, like in hindsight with things coming out, because I just...
Yeah, because he's a fucking giant fucking liar. I feel like understandable to start having some doubts there.
So I'll say this. I did not know about this shit. I knew about other stuff, but why didn't you talk about it? It was stuff that he did to me. Not like illegal stuff and not like sexual. It was violation of bro code, like some fucked up shit bro code wise. That whole fuck, I can't be vague posting about it. The merch stuff. It wasn't that he like compared the Clean Boys merch to his own merch or tried to like sabotage. It didn't matter that he did that. It was why he did it. It wasn't to promote his own merch. He did it because he wanted to intentionally harm me, which is fucking psychotic. And that's why we had beef. But I just never really talked about it. And I do think when he...
Huh. Okay. Interesting. So Sykkuno did something that was intentionally harmful to Blau in terms of like merchandising sailing. Okay, this is a little weird. So I guess Sykkuno was being kind of an asshole in terms of the like merchandising sales that Blau had or something. It's a little weird here.
He apologized to me. I think it was pretty genuine. I have no idea if it's genuine now. I think he has a lot of other apologies to handle first. But yeah, that is. So stop messaging me and saying that I knew about this shit. I didn't know about this shit. But I will say this. I'm not surprised in the least bit. Is that fair of me to say? I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, I'm literally not a fucking ounce of surprise. I was like, oh shit. I was pre-gaming
That's
for
fair.
Coachella when I saw this. And I was like, well, there we go. I mean, I can be honest about that. I'm not surprised. Yeah, well,
That's
well,
not surprising, yeah.
Like I say, I'm not saying it's simple. It's like someone did me really dirty. I just chose never to fucking expose it, but I just didn't fuck with them. They apologized to me eventually, like 2 years later. I accepted that, and then I find out that they're doing other scummy shit to other people. Obviously, I'm gonna be like, huh. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's all. Cool.
No, that's
Why did
reasonable.
he try to fuck you over with the merch stuff? On my life, I still don't know. I genuinely do not know. Why did people thought you knew? Oh, because I like clearly didn't fuck with him for a while. It was really obvious to people that I just didn't fuck with him for a while, and so they were like, "Oh my god, Blau must have known about this, and that's why he didn't fuck with him." No, I didn't fuck with him for other reasons. Okay.
Okay, so didn't fuck with him because of like merchandising reasons. Sure, fucked with like monetary streams, which is always fucking shitty behavior. Yada yada yada. Sure, that's fine. And as a byproduct of that, you didn't fuck with them, but people assumed that he knew, Blau here specifically knew about the Sykkuno allegations. It's not related to that. Okay, I think we have a pretty decent summary here so far.
How do you know it was intentional? Because he admitted that to me when I was like, "Yo, why the fuck did you do that?" He said, "I wanted to hurt you," and I was like, "Oh, that's fucking psychotic."
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is a very simple thing. I'm not gonna go fucking dig up receipts about all this shit either.
Okay, that is okay. Jesus, what? Okay, what the fuck? Why? I don't know. Okay, that is definitely fucking weird.
Yeah, he told me directly. And by the way, this is one of those things. I'm not just bringing this shit up. I'm clearing my own name now, and I'll just say it's obviously very safe for me to now talk about this shit. But I just don't want to really talk about this shit. You guys can ask fucking Turn or any of my mods. They've known about this shit for fucking years. Why would he admit that? I don't fucking know. Listen, I'm not trying to listen. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to fucking jump on a bandwagon. Can we talk about Coachella now? We're done. All right. Fuck. I gave this like 2 minutes. This is like a minute long. That everyone. Guys, I don't want to talk about how I got fucking screwed over by fucking a guy who has a full baseball outfielder. Like, he could field an entire baseball outfield with the fucking VTubers. Okay, I'm embarrassed. I feel like, can we just move on? Like, oh,
He's got an entire dugout, dude.
Listen, I just want to give people context as to why I didn't fuck with him. That's it. Moving on.
It's
How
fair.
do you fence sit on drama that you're? I'm not fence sitting on the drama.
This isn't drama that he's in. What do you mean? This isn't a fence-sitting thing. He just didn't want to talk about it. I mean, that's fair. Because it's just like, oh yeah, that happened? Yeah, that's not surprising. Considering what he did to me, yeah, him doing like weird sussy behavior, okay, that just makes sense. It's like, yeah, no, that, no, it makes sense.
Guys, I've had to fucking be quiet about shit that he did for me for like 2 fucking years, okay?
He's Israeling this. Everybody hates Israel.
Listen, this was I can't act surprised. I have told people it was not I don't know. And again, it's like a law.
Everyone should hate Israel.
He apologized to me, and I accepted that apology. And now I don't even know if that was genuine. I don't fucking know. Okay, what have I been saying to you guys though? For the
That's
last
like the problem with all this stuff, by the way. Like, who knows? Because I don't know. Like, is Sykkuno just like a fucking psycho now or something? I have no idea. This is crazy.
Don't fucking stand content creators. Don't stand content creators.
That's
all
true.
the sprouts or like Sykkuno's former community. Listen, the only person that you guys can go stand right now.
Listen, they've grown into a bunch of lettuce. I still really like that evolution.
And if you guys are all looking for a home and a place, twitch.tv/chatterbox. Go watch Chatterbox, okay? That's like the one guy I'll fucking vouch for in all of this fucking scene. Go watch him. Granted, his hockey team is shit and they didn't make the playoffs. Meanwhile, my fucking LA Kings just slipped in. Go watch Chatterbox.
Damn,
Enjoy that
that's
community.
fucked up.
Don't stand content creators otherwise. Thank you guys so much.
True. Being a parasocial Andy is a bad thing. Okay. Okay, a little bit of additional context there. Of, well, Blau basically pointing out that Sykkuno was always not a very hecking wholesome merino dude and was a bit of a fucking weirdo. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Additional little bit of context. Thank you I appreciate that, Clay. Anywho, now for I suppose the big kahuna, the big sort of drop in all of this. Mujin, our tabloid sort of journalist who decided to drop the video. Now, I've mentioned this before, and I've been rather consistent on this. Mujin was essentially, and he's actually going to say it himself, like I predicted, he was essentially just trying to use his platform as like an accelerant. which is why I didn't really have much respect for the people going after him in terms of his like credibility or whatever, because I was just like, I mean, what's the point of going after Mujin's fucking credibility? He's just a tabloid journalist. Like, that doesn't fucking matter. Who the fuck gives a shit about any of that, right? You should inherently have some questions about his, well, credibility, period, end of story. Every journalist has some form of bias in their reporting, whether you fucking like it or not. There is no such thing as quote-unquote an objective sort of journalist. Because I know, I've watched some Mujin videos before, and he would say that he is being objective about all of this stuff, and I'm just like, ugh. And that never really sits right with me, to be honest, because it's just like, that's not how any of this shit works in quote-unquote journalism or whatever, in terms of like commentary. Everybody has a bias, whether you fucking like it or not. I have a bias, right? I make my biases rather clear, right? I don't like this like Fence City ass bullshit. I like to stand for something, ho, okay? So this is, again, the sort of like byproducts and consequences of that sort of objectivity within journalism. I mean, if you're going to be like a fucking commentary channel, for example, have a stance. At the very least, talk about the thing where you're just like, I think this thing is bad because of this reasoning, or yada, 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 right? Like, he's just trying to, like, present the drama like it is, blah, 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 blah. And people fucking like that shit. It's just like, okay, bro, then all of you are, like, fart-sniveling, like, CNN viewers or some shit like that, because they also try to do the exact same thing, but they always put, like, particular little spins on it, right? Whether you all like it or not, okay? Everybody has their biases, whether you fucking like it or not. That's just how it is. But anywho, Mujin, why don't we take a look? That is true there, Clay. Right-wing grifters like Tectone and Asmongold do not believe in anything. Jean-Paul Sartre quote, as always.
Alright, so first things first, this video is not monetized. I'm not about to pull a CC in the big 2026. I'm making this in regard to my last video about Sykkuno. I want to clarify how this video came to be, while also taking accountability and apologizing for the mistakes that I made. At the same time, I also want to clear up some misinformation spread about me over the last few days. This video was meant to come out a bit earlier, but I was told by someone in the know that Sykkuno might release a joint statement with his girlfriend, so I chose to wait for that first, just in case. I'll also be going through that later in the video. So, how did this all begin? Well, for me, it was on April 7th when I was reached out to by Mal for the first time. I was told that a Google Doc was releasing soon about a big content creator, and this is when I was asked if I wanted access to it early to maybe make a video about it. The document was going to publicly release on the 10th anyway. This means that this wasn't some grand conspiracy, okay? This document was going...
Okay, so that confirms that essentially Mal was more than likely going... Because that's pretty fucking important, right? This isn't like some gigantic sort of like attempt to... coordinate the thing. She was like trying to give Mujin an opportunity to make some fucking content, because again, tabloid fucking journalist, this is some fucking juicy ass content, why the fuck not? He wanted some fucking dollar signs. Okay, sure, cool, whatever.
Going to release with or without me. And while yes, rumors of Sykkuno's behavior have been floating around for a while now between certain content creator circles, none of this was going to really convince me to make an early video. If you've watched my channel before, then you'd know that I'm someone who highly values both sides of the story. It's actually something that I always implore you to do before forming your own opinions. And while I do receive so many DMs about scoops or exclusive info about certain topics, I mostly never take them, always choosing to wait for things to unfold in public first before making my videos. What made the situation special though was the 17-minute video recording of the voice call between Mal and Sykkuno. My logic here was simple.
So yeah, this was what I was also thinking for as to why Mujin decided to do with this, because again, like, let's be fucking honest here. This fucking Discord call for Sykkuno is obviously really, really bad. I mean, he admits the fucking fault here, right? He's pretty much dead, completely dead in the fucking water. It's Jover, Blover, Mover, Bover, Wover. Like, it's bad, right? Really, really fucking bad here, specifically for fucking Sykkuno. And he's pretty much fucking completely dead to rights. You know, metaphorically speaking, of course. Metaphorically speaking. But, like, here's the thing. With, like, Mujin. Because he does the whole sort of objective... Like, oh, I try to present everything sort of, like, objectively speaking. Or whatever. Right? Him deciding to go ahead with this in particular makes him look bad in terms of his reputation. Because he's, quote-unquote... an objective journalist or an objective quote-unquote commentator, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, dog, like, whatever, bro. Like, this is what happens when you quote-unquote don't fucking stand for something, ho. Like, just stand for something, ho. Like, whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's, I don't know. I've never really liked the quote-unquote sort of whole, like, oh, I'm just like a heckin' objective sort of commentator, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, nah, bro, you have a bias in some way. And your bias is, again, just talking about fucking drama and shit like that. I mean, it's really, really fucking stupid. He should not have had to take accountability that was proven to be true. Instead, you have these right-wing grifters like Tectone, Asmongold, and Tactical Templar defending Sykkuno. Sykkuno, he pretty much is not like to buy people that were his friends and his friend group. I don't think he's going to be coming back or to streaming for a long time. Yeah, probably not for a while. I don't disagree with that, Clay.
It was me thinking that we already had the other side of the story, and it was Sykkuno admitting to his wrongdoings in the most raw and unfiltered way possible, so I figured that was enough. At the same time, I thought that since my channel had grown exponentially, don't ask me how or why because I have no idea, I could...
I mean, again, like, it's a little bit of an inconsistency there, Mujin, because you said that there was rumors that you heard about the joint statement coming out, but then you saw the Discord call, and then you decided, oh, well, that's that. Like, did you think that was going to be in the joint statement or something? Like, I mean, that is a bit of a leap to a conclusion. Also, don't fucking be coy, Mujin. We all know how your channel grew. It's because you cover drama content. And this is like hotcakes for the algorithm.
Maybe use my platform for a good cause, spreading awareness about Sykkuno's behavior so that no one else gets tricked into being a homewrecker against their will, while in parallel, encouraging others who have been wronged by him to finally speak up. Additionally, seeing that the person speaking up was doing so from a small account, I figured I could help amplify that message to spread maximum awareness.
It's possible, Clay.
Yes, some people could definitely argue that I was desperate for a topic to bring in views, but to me it didn't matter because I was already lucky enough to be able to cover niche topics I enjoy and still somehow reach over 1 million views on them. Again, don't ask me how because I don't know, but that was just the reality. Here's the thing though. Releasing the video around the same time as the document meant that I was taking a substantial risk by putting my channel's reputation on the line. I knew this even at the time, but it was a risk I was willing to take if it meant that I was doing the right thing. Unfortunately though, it didn't really work out as I had hoped, and I ended up making mistakes that I need to take accountability for, which is why we're here today. The first mistake can be found in the intro of the video, and it's me using the word predator. Yes, it was my idea, and the logic behind it was me trying to encompass everything, like the serial cheating, lying, and deliberate targeting of smaller content creators into one word. Before using it, I even made sure to double check its definition in multiple dictionaries, which said things like a person or an organization that uses weaker people for their own advantage, or one who injures or exploits others for personal gain or profit. Due to this, I had come to the conclusion that yeah, this word fits. I'd find out quickly afterwards though that for many people, that word is only reserved to describe pedophiles or sexual predators, which made a substantial...
This is where it is an explicit disagreement for me. No. You are downplaying what the term predator means. It is correct to use the definition, the word predator, for Sykkuno. Period. End of story. He was... And this is him fucking giving into the framing of all the fucking retards on Twitter. Those 3 IQ morons and troglodytes. Those dipshits. Those barely literates. These people who are okay with predation. They are okay with the actions that are specifically being taken by Sykkuno onto all these women. They don't have a fucking problem with that whatsoever. A predator is inherently about someone who is, again, exploiting people who are in a weaker position for their own sort of gains or profit or whatever, what have you. In this case, it's sexual favors, right? And then it describes Sykkuno to a fucking T. Period. End of story. He used his wealth, his fame, his power in the fucking space in order to get a bunch of girls at conventions to fucking meet with him in order to get sexual favors out of them. By definition, this is what predatory behavior looks like. That's what it looks like, right? So again, that's not like, it's not like shit with like Jeffrey Epstein or to do with pedophilia. You are giving into the framing that a lot of these morons have online, right? On Twitter specifically. When you yourself also said it's a bunch of fucking noise. This is like right here, this sort of like video right here, I think is pretty much like dead to rights in me in particular. It's just like, dog, that's consistent with the definition. You were correct. Why are you giving in to all the morons on fucking Twitter? They're wrong. You were correct in the usage of the term predator. And I don't give a shit if I have to like fight to the ends of the earth about these people. I am correct. This is in line with the definition. What you were doing is not a fucking hit piece. You are correct in your assessment of trying to, again, warn a bunch of victims, as has been said before. Really, the only thing that I can say that Mujin mostly did at fault was not talk with the fucking girlfriend about the releasing of the fucking video. I'm gonna be quite honest. I think that's probably the worst thing that he did out of all of this. Period. End of story. Right. And also, again, thinking that Mujin was like a reliable narrator when he's a fucking tabloid commentator is just something is some stupid from all these like right wingers. Again, every fucking journalist has their own biases when they do their reporting. That just comes with the territory. That's just how it fucking works, ladies, gentlemen, and those in between, whether you fucking like it or not. So, quote unquote, I don't know, like praising Mujin for his objectivity or whatever is fucking stupid. Like, it's dumb. But then again, we're talking about like right wingers here, and right wingers, generally speaking, will throw a complete fucking hissy fit if you just have slightly disparaging comments to all of them. And Mujin is just giving into them specifically, which again I have like no respect for, because these people shouldn't be believed and they're all crybabies and I fucking hate them.
Amount of people feel misled after watching the intro of my video. It made it seem like a hit piece, exaggerating things, and it also made it seem like Sykkuno had committed very serious crimes, enough to land him in a high-security prison or something.
Again, being a predator does not mean you've inherently committed fucking crimes. This is a lie, right? He's giving explicitly into the framing of all the dumbass right-wingers who are wrong.
When that clearly wasn't the case. That was not my intention at all, and I'm sorry for that. From now on, I'll only use that word to refer to pedophiles or sexual predators. That's it, no exceptions. I'd also like to say that yes, the video was rushed. It simply didn't meet the quality standard that you expected of me, and that's without even mentioning that it was clearly biased and didn't attempt to see different viewpoints. There's a reason I don't typically reach out to people involved in public incidents, because it's very easy to form bias after you communicate directly with them. It's just human. So yeah, what Mal said at the end of a call with Sykkuno was off-putting, and it wouldn't have hurt for me to point that out. I get that. I was instead more focused on Sykkuno's admittance of guilt. I'm sorry for letting you guys down in that regard. You trust me with a...
I'm trying to... Okay, like, what exactly Mal said at the end of the video. I'm a little curious. I'm just a little... What exactly at the end point? I would like to review that. I'll probably pull that up. I'm just curious.
Certain quality standard, and I just couldn't deliver it this time, and that's on me. I also want to apologize to Sykkuno's girlfriend. In the 17-minute video of the voice recording, there was one frame, which represents 1/60th of a second, that wasn't blurred, and it leaked to the group chat she was in when she found out that Sykkuno had been cheating on her with multiple people. This frame was enough for certain individuals to confirm her username, and it impeded on her privacy. I was not the one who handled blurring it, but I still included the entire thing in my own video and completely missed that detail, so I take full responsibility for that. I'm sorry. Now look, with all that being said...
I'm going to be honest, like, one frame, man. Like... And a bunch of, like, listen, is it Mujin's fault or Mal's fault that there were going to be, like, extremely annoying fucking schizo detectives that were going to be very, very schizo about this? I mean, they probably should have expected that, sure, that there were going to be, like, extremely annoying fucking morons online who are really dumb and fucking annoying who may try to do something like that. But honestly, like, that's just like that's a mistake. It's just like, okay, well... Yeah, you fucked up there. It is what it is.
Said, apologies are great, but there's no use presenting them if there's no attempt to act on them. And that's exactly what I intend to do. But first, I want to go through some misinfo that was spread about me in recent days and set the record straight. When the video first released, XQC reacted to it almost immediately and would spend his time defending Sykkuno while trying to undermine the things he's done to people. He would also comment on my video. In that comment, he'd make it seem like my problem with Sykkuno's behavior had to do with the lack of clout of the women he reached out to. In any case...
Obviously fucking stupid. XQC, the only reason why you were saying that is because you are a cheater yourself. Moving on.
So what would happen next is a narrative that would form saying that I deleted his comment because I couldn't handle his unparalleled wisdom. As you can see, that's false.
Stupid,
it's still right
obviously.
Here, along with all the wonderful comments left by his community too. I really don't know why he and some other content creators
And
tried so hard to defend Sykkuno's
morons.
behavior, as if he was their long-lost brother or something. All I know is that...
Mujin, it's because they want to be like Sykkuno. They want to be cheaters and predators like him. These people are wannabe predators, right? All these right-winger fucking losers and dipshits, what they essentially want is to be like Sykkuno. They want to be the ones... because they think of themselves as like the main character in their own fucking stories or whatever, and they just want to fucking cheat on a bunch of people. Like, that's literally it.
That cheating has been shunned by humanity for thousands of years, regardless of gender. Maybe normalizing it now is probably a bad idea, but hey, you're free to form your own opinion. Go for it. Next...
Take a side, ho. Just say it's period, end of story, bad. Don't tell... Okay, listen. That's another thing that also pissed me off. It's like, bro, you said it's period, end of story, bad, but you're saying like, oh, feel free to share your opinions down below in the comments. Nah. I don't give a shit, you know? Cheating is bad. If you think that's good, you're a fucking dipshit. If you think that what Sykkuno did was good in any way, shape, or form, whether in a predatory sense or a cheating sense or whatever sense, you're an idiot. Yeah, you're just a fucking idiot, and I have no respect for you. I already don't have respect for a lot of people. Let's be honest here. Very, very little respect for people in general. I'm one mean son of a bitch, okay? And I don't give a fuck, right? And I'm just gonna say right now, if you fucking unironically defend all of Sykkuno's actions, you can suck my entire cock and balls. I don't really give much of a flying fuck. I will destroy you rhetorically and then boot your ass out. I don't give a shit.
Some people tried to claim that I changed my video's title because I was scared of a defamation lawsuit from Sykkuno. Sure, a random lawyer from Fiverr might claim that, but it's false. Here's a neat trick. You can go to a website like beaststats.com, go to any channel, we'll pick, I don't know, Mr. Beast, click on a video, and you'll actually be able to see any thumbnail or title changes since upload. Pretty cool, right? Now, if you were to do that with my video, you'd see that there were no thumbnail or title changes whatsoever since upload. So that's false. And look, defamation is about knowingly lying about someone in order to ruin their reputation. I had no intention of lying in my video about Sykkuno. And if I did want to lie, then wouldn't I have just simply removed the last 2 minutes of Mal and Sykkuno's voice call so that she looks way better and he looks way worse? It just doesn't make sense. I never make any video with the intention of lying. Period.
Now, that is the reference point exactly, because it's been a while since I've seen this. I'm just going to do this for posterity's sake, although I think the video itself has gone private, but I think the call itself is on Mal's channel. Let me fucking see. Okay, this is just for my own sake here, just to remind myself what Mujin is exactly talking about here. Final 2 minutes of the Discord call between Hemmelmal TV or VT. I don't know why I say T. Whatever. Fuck off. As well as Sykkuno. So this is their call with each other after the sort of like whole information gets dug up, expose, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we're taking a listen. I just need to remind myself exactly because it's been a while.
But you didn't cheat on me. You can still talk to me and be, like, make up for your actions. Don't get me wrong, because
Okay. Now I remember. My memory has been jogged here. Okay. The people going after Mal for this specifically are also fucking idiots. Yeah. She never said anything about wanting to get back together with Sykkuno, right? To date him or whatever, right? She is showing way more fucking grace here than most other people would. Let's be quite honest here. Where she is essentially saying, like, listen, I'm not going to forgive you ever for the cheating, right? But, I mean, if you just want to stay friendly with one another and just, like, talk with one... Because, again... She was trying to get something more long-term on the 27th with Sykkuno, and Sykkuno said no. Perhaps she was just, again, still figuring out her feelings around all of that, yada, 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 because then 3 days later, that was when she got together with the girlfriend, when Bao put them together into a fucking call, and that was where all the information basically got exposed to Sykkuno's fucking girlfriend, right? So, again, could be still working through a bunch of feelings. Maybe she just felt like, listen, I'll just stay friends with him or whatever, and then just move on with my fucking life. Blah, 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 kind of a deal. Which, that doesn't mean... Because I guess, like, conservatives don't understand this. Sometimes you can have good breakups, and sometimes there's bad breakups, right? She was just trying to have, like, I suppose, good outcome out of all of this to try to not make it as bad as possible. Who the fuck really knows? Why does it matter? They're not... Do you think they're going to still date or try to date or sleep with one another or something? Like what the fuck are we talking about here? Stupid.
I always am there for second chances, but I never will forgive you for cheating on her. That's that. There are a lot of girls that are upset with you, by the way, because Alfie's not the only one that has hit me up.
Yeah, that sounds like you've heard things.
Yeah, and you lied to me a lot about that too. A lot. Because, how big was the roster again?
Big roster, folks.
I mean, maybe not at the same time, but you sure do hop around.
Suppose so.
Yeah. All I care about right now is that it's okay. Keep me updated on that.
I don't know if that's a possibility.
You can keep me updated on how she's doing. you can keep me updated on when she moves out, because I don't think she should be living with you anymore.
That's the girlfriend. Well, we now know that's not the case anymore.
I don't think you need to do that.
I mean, yeah, I care about her. Like,
Yeah, she can do that.
True. I'll just reach out to her then. But, yeah, no, just... Like... You go talk to her. She needs you right now.
Because keep in mind, Sykkuno, instead of talking with his girlfriend first, he decided to talk to Mal first. After the, let's just say, call happened.
Yeah, okay. Oh, bye.
Bye, Thomas.
Thomas the Tank Engine. Very, very cool. Back to the fucking Mujin video. So, yeah, that's the 2 minutes. Needed to remind myself. Yada, yada, yada. Let's get back to it.
And finally, when it comes to misinfo, there's also something else that honestly doesn't deserve attention at all, but I'll still mention it. And it's this weird rumor or fan fiction that some people made up saying that I only made this video to try and get with the women that were affected by Sykkuno's actions. Anyone
Looking at you, Espiritu Otaku, you fucking weirdo. Again, like, not everything has to be about sexual favors. You fucking weirdo incels. Moving on.
who knows me or has ever spoken with me in the content creation sphere knows that I never even attempt to flirt. I keep things strictly professional. I take my platform very seriously and would never seek to use it in that way. It's simply not who I am. It's obviously also very disrespectful to anyone who was hurt by Sykkuno's actions, but it's not like the people peddling these rumors cared about them to begin with. All right, so next up we have the joint statement.
I agree with Mujin there.
Was posted by Sykkuno and his girlfriend. The first half would be written by Sykkuno. In it, he'd reiterate that he lied to people about being single and that he has been unfaithful to his girlfriend. He'd apologize and say that he'd be taking a break from streaming in order to better himself. He'd also call out anyone trying to frame him with false accusations. So yeah, as you can see, not much has changed. He's already admitted to these things in the voice call with Mal. When it comes to false accusations though, yes, there are stories that have circulated for years among some VTubers that accuse Sykkuno of doing worse than cheating. At this point though, it is not up to me to say whether it's true or not, just pointing out what he might be referring to. He could also be referring to the word predator, which I already apologized for. Now, the second half of this statement would be written by his girlfriend. She'd express how hard this has all been on her, and how hurt she felt over not having a choice on whether this went public or not, saying that she understands that many people were hurt, but that her feelings felt like they weren't really considered at all. She'd call out people who sought to use this incident for profit, and would say that even prior to this going public, she was already trying to work through things with Sykkuno in order to repair their relationship together. She'd end her statement by saying that even with everything that has come out, she doesn't consider Sykkuno's actions irredeemable. She's going to stay with him and try to fix their relationship in spite of everything.
Listen, I've said this myself. Good luck with that one, girl. I'm going to be quite honest here, right? Because established pattern of behavior, like, we know that he's probably going to... I wouldn't be surprised if he does it again. And even given the Blau stuff, he seems like he's just, like, kind of weird or something. Maybe, like, a little crazy or something. I have no fucking idea. The fact that he was just willing to completely fuck over someone's merch sales for seemingly no reason, because of, like, maybe something that happened in, like, No Pixel GTA RP or some shit. Like, that's very, very fucking strange and weird that Sykkuno would do that. I don't know why he would do that. It's strange. Like, psychopathy, insanity, craziness or something. I have no idea.
I can't imagine what she's been through in just these last few weeks. Finding out that your boyfriend has been cheating on you for years, that he slept with someone as recently as December 2025 behind your back, and that he was still trying to arrange a meetup with someone else as you were already trying to fix your relationship after what had happened in December. I mean, seriously, it's just insane. But I do think this needs to be said. The fact that this went public is unfortunate, but people were genuinely hurt by Sykkuno lying to them that he was single. Maybe it's an unpopular opinion at this point. Let me know if you think it is, but if someone lied to me about being single, and I later found out that us having sex directly hurt their partner, made them depressed, and ruined or at least endangered a 5-year-long relationship, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. That's simply not what I would have signed up for. And seeing that he's a public figure who used this public standing to get with these women after lying to them, it felt like this going public was going to be inevitable. But that doesn't mean that her feelings are not valid, because they...
That's true. I don't disagree. Again, like I said before, yeah, I mean, it was probably going to happen eventually, blah, 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 blah. Like, something was gonna fucking happen eventually. I'm gonna be quite honest here. Like, it would have been stupid. It would have been fucking, like, annoying, I guess, for lack of a better term, knowing that, oh, I may have had a part to play in, like, ruining a relationship. I mean, yeah, that really fucking sucks. Yada, yada, yada. I mean, I don't know, man. All you can really, like, hope for at this point is, like, listen, like, hopefully it works out for you, man. Like, because I'm not very optimistic that's really gonna fucking work out. Like, maybe that's just the sort of cynic in me or something. I mean, I guess you could say that, like, whatever.
They are. When it comes to me, I did have a hand in spreading this to the public by releasing...
Oh, yes. Also, yes. It was not particularly great that Mujin did not consult with the girlfriend whatsoever. Same with Mal, blah, blah, blah. It should probably let her know, like, what they were up to, that they were going to, like, release this. video and document blah 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 blah.
See my video so quickly, and I simply had no right to do so, and for that, I am sorry. Now, I've seen some people's reactions to this announcement, and yeah, as you might expect, it's not sunshine and roses. This whole topic has been extremely polarizing on the internet to begin with, and the girlfriend in particular is getting hate thrown her way with people calling her things like gold digger or Stockholm Syndrome victim for not leaving him. Here's the thing though,
I don't know who's calling her a gold digger in particular. Like, I've not seen that one, I'll be honest. I mean, could you say Stockholm Syndrome a little bit? Sure, maybe. I think, again, I'm going to refer to this individual specifically, and that's Sarah's TV. I think he put it perfectly, right? Oh, why isn't the girlfriend leaving him? Blah, 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 blah. It's the concept of dealing with the devil that you know in comparison to the devil that you don't, right? If it has been like widely sort of like established, and it is known at more or less this point in time that Sykkuno's girlfriend did rely on him for a bunch of differing stuff, you know, like I don't know, for like survival or whatever, for lack of a better term. Sure, whatever. We'll just go with that. And that she relied on him for a bunch of different things. Moving out and potentially striking out on her own, she may not be prepared to do that. It may be kind of difficult for her, yada, yada, yada. There may be a bunch of differing reasons for as to why she could not do it, right? Tons and tons of fucking reasons. I have no potential idea for as to why that could be the case, right? Whatever. Could be anything, right? Anything in particular for as to why that's the case. But, like, I mean, it's the concept of like familiarity. There we go. That's what it is. And as to why she was sort of like staying with him, like at this point, as Sarah's TV, I think correctly points out himself, he basically talks about how it is an abusive relationship. Obviously, her brain has essentially been, yep, like you're saying right now, Alex. Her brain has essentially been rewired. She's familiar with the abuse at this point in time, right? We know that she's been depressed for the latter part of about 5 years, and then she just got kind of used to it, right? Like, that's what it is. And people will stay, right? Even in, like, abusive familial situations or whatever, you try to fucking work it out because these are people that you care about, right?
Matters here is that
yes, the psychology here is really that fucking complicated. Like, I'm not a trained expert or whatever, but I can understand why she ended up staying. Like, all I can really say at this point is like, listen, girl, I hope it works out for you.
That Sykkuno stops the serial cheating streak and that he stops lying to women about him being single while turning them into homewreckers against their will. That's it. If she wants to stay, that's her choice. She doesn't deserve to get nasty things said about her, though. I wish her the best, and I again would like to apologize if I directly contributed to any harm that she might have gone through. That was not my intention. Look, ultimately, my favorite YouTuber growing up was PewDiePie. Yeah, I enjoyed his sense of humor, the fact that for the longest time, he was the sole runner of his channel, which gave him so much authenticity, but most of all, what I really liked about him was that he was not ashamed of being human. He would make mistakes, but when he would, he'd also sincerely apologize and work to learn.
There's a lot of other reasons why you should not be a big fan of PewDiePie, I'm going to be honest.
Learn from them. It's no secret that today, as
now too authentic, you can
say, so much easier to wait for it to die down in a week and then continue business as usual, as if nothing had happened. I was even advised by some to do exactly that and not release this video. And I understand why. It unfortunately works. But to me, it's simply the right thing to do, even if it leads to more scrutiny and people disliking me. I screwed up, I'm going to say sorry, and I will improve. So what am I going to change exactly? Well, to start, I'll never give another exception to a scoop or exclusive info. I will do what I've always done on this channel and talk about things that have already played out in public. I don't care if a 5-star general gives me info about World War III starting tomorrow. I will make the video after the nukes drop. I also realize now just how much you guys value my objectivity.
It's very fucking crazy. God, the fucking I've talked about the objectivity stuff. Everyone's got a fucking bias. Don't do the fucking objectivity bullshit. It's stupid. I hate it.
Understand that I'm not perfect at it, and I probably never will be, but I'll always strive to present information to you in the most balanced way possible so that you can, in the end, form your own opinion. And finally...
Yeah, and everyone really likes CNN for doing that. I don't know. Like... Bro, you're a fucking tabloid commentator. Just be like a little, like, tabloid commentator asshole freak, okay? Like, listen, if it works for Augie RFC and Nicholas Eats Oreos and fucking Bud Logic, Chud Logic, fucking dumbass, then it can probably be fine for you or whatever. I don't know. I hate this quote-unquote, like, objectivity fucking bullshit, dude.
Lastly, no matter how much this channel grows, I'll always ask you to be honest with me, and I promise to take accountability when needed, just like I'm doing right now. So look, if the last video was a deal breaker for you and you want to unsubscribe, then I completely understand. But I won't let you leave without thanking you first. Take care, and may our paths cross again someday. On the other hand, if you're planning to stick around for future content, then I'd like to thank you so much for allowing me to make a mistake and grow from it. I say this all the time when I stream, but not a day goes by where I take any of this for granted. And the fact that so many of you watch me, whether you're driving home, chilling at work, doing chores, knitting, or just eating, I'm so honored to be able to make your day a bit less mundane.
Unsubs.
It's truly a blessing.
Clueless.
I also would like to thank my Discord mods, my friends, and my viewers who reached out during this time. It meant a lot, and I really appreciate it. The Sykkuno video was live for a week, so I'll keep this video live for a week as well. However, I do plan to private the original video as soon as this video gets uploaded. I hope to be back sooner rather than later, continuing to make videos that you enjoy at the level of quality that you expect of me. As always, thank you so much for watching.
Okay, cool. That's the Mujin video. I'm gonna be honest here. It's not great. I mean, it's going to invite only more scrutiny from a bunch of the culture vulture fucking weirdos, and that's what it's exactly done. All the vultures are trying to pick away at the carcass. Honestly, my biggest problem with this video is the downplaying of the term predator and giving into the fucking, like, Twitter chud moron, like, idiot troglodyte sort of, well, positions, right? That's really about it. That's, I think, the biggest, unironic biggest problem that I have with this apology here by Mujin. But yeah, I mean, what else is there to really say? Mostly what I have to, that's a frame to have caught this man on. Very unfortunate for Blau. Sure, Blau. So Blau, of course, what Sykkuno did to him, psychotic, whatever, moving on. This whole document here by Icelyn, I'm going to be honest, is more so just further confirmations of a pattern of behavior. I do have to say that this communication here after the public allegations was definitely fucking interesting. I guess a bunch of people are going to attack Icelyn for wanting to try to stay friendly with Sykkuno or whatever. Who cares? Like, I don't really give much of a shit about that. They didn't have, like, they had some, like, I guess, feelings for one another, and that's, like, really, really about it. Although, like, with Sykkuno, it's probably built off a false pretense, because Icelyn herself made it rather clear, like, hey, can you, like, really, like, I'm asking you very, very explicitly, like, are you, like, single, blah, 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 if we're gonna, like, go through with all this. And, of course, Sykkuno did the same thing, and that's, like, lied to her, and then continued doing with his, like, sort of actions, right? Generally speaking. Mujin's video is obviously fucking dog shit, like, for the most part. I don't think it's, like, a particularly good fucking video, not video, but, like, apology, in terms of specifically the part where he unironically just adopts the framing of all the, like, chud dipshit weirdo morons on fucking Twitter. I'm gonna be quite honest. Predator means something very specific, and a lot of these people constantly were conflating it with pedophile. For what reason exactly? To downplay what Sykkuno was doing, when no one was saying that he was a pedophile. Mal herself also said, like, I'm not saying he's a pedophile. That's stupid. That's not what I'm saying. I'm calling him a predator, which by definition, he is a fucking predator. But then again, we're talking about Twitter chuds. All of them are low IQ and fucking stupid. But yeah, I hope this is the fucking last time I have to talk about this shit. I'm ready to move on with my life. Yada, yada, yada. I don't like making multi-part series on things that I talk about, but hey, it's important to always make sure that, especially with the stuff that's, like, not necessarily complete, to update stuff, blah, 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 blah. You know how it is with fucking trends on social media and shit like that. It always comes by immediately and then just is gone in a fucking flash. So, you know, making sure you keep up with that is important. But yeah, don't think there's really much else to say, well, besides that.